Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're plunging into, well, a whole stack of fresh sources, trying to pull out the really important insights from the tech world, which, as always, is moving super fast.
Absolutely. We've got a really fascinating mix for you today. We're covering everything from, real-world tech hiccups and privacy fights right through to what's next for our devices and even a look at some pretty controversial ideas floating around Silicon Valley.
Yeah, the goal, like always, is just to help you cut through all that noise and get, properly informed fast.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's unpack this. What jumps out, I think, right away are some of these recent glitches and security things that really affect everyday users.
Yeah, they really remind you how quickly things can go sideways, can't they?
Totally. So first up, that Alaska Airlines IT outage recently.
Right, the July 20th incident. And the striking thing, is that it wasn't some big cyber attack. It was, and this is their quote, a critical piece of multi-redundant hardware at their data centers that just failed.
Just failed.
Yeah. And it's not just about Alaska Airlines, I think. It really highlights this quiet vulnerability we have kind of across our whole connected world. Even with backup systems, one specific bit of hardware failing can still cause this massive cascade.
Right. Bringing everything down.
Exactly. And that ripples out, disrupts thousands of people's travel plans.
Yeah, over 150 flights canceled, I saw, with problems stretching into the next day. But, okay, for you, the traveler, maybe a small silver lining. There are these new compensation rules now. Prompt refunds for delays over 3 hours automatically. And Alaska Airlines, to be fair, is usually pretty flexible with customers in these spots. So, yeah, inconvenient, but you do have some recourse.
That's good to know.
Okay, speaking of things vanishing, Google Maps on Android just lost a feature. Might make your next road trip a little more annoying.
Yes, this subtle change, it's in version 25.28, apparently. They've removed the in-app media controls, so, controlling Spotify or YouTube music directly from the map screen, gone. And this comes after they removed assistant driving mode last year. It kind of underscores this broader trend, doesn't it? Tech companies tweaking things, maybe optimizing, maybe consolidating, but it can chip away at convenience.
And maybe even safety, right? If you're fiddling with your phone, exiting the map.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Increases distraction. It's a good reminder maybe to think about which features you really rely on when you're driving. Good news for iPhone users, though. Apparently it's still there for them. For now, anyway.
Okay, and something else really important to be aware of. These DMV text scams, they are surging, like everywhere across the country.
Oh, these are nasty. Phishing texts pretending to be official DMV notices.
Yeah, saying you owe tolls or have unpaid tickets. They threaten your credit score, maybe losing your license. Then they try to look legit, too.
How so?
Sometimes they even use these obscure state legal codes, like they mentioned Florida's 15C16.003 being used in texts sent in New York. Just to seem credible, Or they use phrases like DMV final notice to create panic.
It's crucial, absolutely crucial to remember. State agencies just do not use text messages for legal notices or clipping fines.
Right.
Period.
Right.
These scams are really designed to prey on people, often maybe less tech-savvy folks, by creating that confusion and urgency.
Yeah.
The best defense is simple. Just ignore the message.
Don't click the link.
Absolutely. Do not click any links. Delete it. And if you are genuinely worried about something, go directly to your state's official DMV website or call them. Never, ever pay a fine through a link in a text message.
Good advice. Okay, let's switch gears. Apple. We've got some exciting news, maybe some slightly concerning news too. Updates on iOS 26, the iPhone Fold rumors keep swirling, and a really big privacy debate.
Yeah, these stories together, they really show that constant push and pull, don't they? Innovation, what users want, and then these intense pressures from governments. It's a dynamic landscape. Companies are juggling a lot.
For sure. So for anyone eager for new features, the iOS 26 public beta, it could be landing this week. Rumor is around July 23rd, ahead of the full release in the fall. Expected to have cool stuff like liquid glass, new backgrounds and messages. Just a quick heads up, though. It's only for iPhone 11 and newer.
Right. And it is a beta.
Exactly. Remember, it's beta software. So it might be buggy, could hit your battery life. Probably best for a secondary device if you've got one.
Sensible advice.
And looking even further out, iOS 27 is reportedly being built with the the much-anticipated iPhone Fold in mind.
The Fnold. Still feels a bit mythical, but the rumors persist.
They do. Apple is apparently working on it, expected maybe late 2026.
Mhm.
And iOS 27 will supposedly focus heavily on features tailored for that foldable screen. Leaks even suggest a massive battery, like 5,000 to 5,500 milliamp.
Wow. That is huge for an iPhone.
Yeah.
It's interesting because Apple usually goes for smaller batteries and relies on super efficient software, right?
Yeah.
Right? So this potential shift for the Fold suggests they really understand the power demands of these bigger, more complex displays. It shows they're serious about making it work properly.
But, okay, beyond the shiny new devices, there's this quite serious privacy discussion happening around Apple. The UK government has reportedly been demanding backdoor access to iCloud accounts.
Yeah, and not just for UK citizens, right?
Yeah.
But potentially people worldwide.
Exactly.
This really highlights the global reach of these issues. One government's demand impacting privacy everywhere. Apple, for their part, are really pushing back, emphasizing their privacy stance. They say there's no backdoor. Creating one would just open users up to bad actors.
They pulled their advanced data protection feature in the UK before because of this pressure, didn't they?
They did. The latest twist, though, is reports suggesting the UK Home Office might be backing down a bit, apparently due to intervention from senior U.S. political figures, including VP J.D. Vance.
Interesting.
It just really underscores that ongoing tension, you know? National security versus individual digital rights played out on a global stage.
Okay, let's pivot again. AI. It feels like it's absolutely everywhere now. Your next phone, behind the scenes in Hollywood.
It really is remarkable how fast it's moving from, like, abstract ideas to actual tools we use every day. And it's becoming critical infrastructure, too. It's integrating so deeply.
So Google just teased the Pixel 10, big emphasis on AI features, naturally, and hinting at some bolder colors this time.
Oh, the annual Pixel tease.
Yep, a little 13-second clip shows the design ahead of the August reveal. It'll run Android 16, obviously heavy on AI. Colors expected are Obsidian, Indigo, Frost, and Limoncello. Looks like Porcelain might be out this year.
Limoncello. Okay, interesting.
And sticking with Google and AI, their Gemini platform, it's actually offering a surprising amount of powerful stuff for free.
This is kind of a big deal, isn't it? A lot of features you'd normally pay for in other AI services.
Totally. Google's leveraging its, vast data and resources. You can create images from text with Imagen 4, do deep research, which is like having a virtual researcher for complex topics, create gems.
Those are the custom AI assistants, right? Like ChatGPT's custom GPTs.
Exactly. And you can even voice chat with Gemini Live on your phone, share live video for real-time help, all for free.
It's genuinely transformative.
Yeah.
Google's really democratizing access here, making these advanced AI tools available to pretty much everyone without a subscription. It could really change how you interact with your phone with information generally.
Yeah, and it's baked into Android already, stuff like Circle to Search.
Yeah.
And Google Photos Magic Eraser, Photo Unblur, Magic Editor, those are all free for everyone now, too.
Right. And Gmail, Smart Compose, YouTube Captions, AI is just weaving itself into everything they do.
And it's not just Google, obviously. Other sectors, too. Netflix, for instance. They've talked publicly about using generative AI in production.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Their co-CEO, Ted Sarandos, said AI was used to speed up making a scene in their show The Eternaut, a building collapsing scene.
Okay.
Apparently, it was done 10 times faster and at a much lower cost than traditional methods. And the quality, he said, was undetectable. His take is that AI is an incredible opportunity to help creators make better stuff, not just cheaper stuff.
Interesting perspective. Helping, not just replacing.
Seems to be the line, yeah. And closer to home, Gigabyte has new AI laptops hitting the market.
Right. Boosting performance for gaming, content creation, multitasking.
Yeah, the Aorus Master, Gigabyte Aero, Gigabyte Gaming Series. They've got the new NVIDIA RTX 50 series laptop GPUs, but also NVIDIA NIM microservices, RTX AI, AMD Ryzen AI, Intel NPU AI, like all the AI things.
It's not just one chip anymore, is it? It's this multifaceted approach. NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, all contributing dedicated AI processing, which means for you, the user, just much better performance for demanding tasks, whether it's gaming, video editing, or even running complex AI models right there on your laptop.
And they have this Kmate AI suite.
Yeah, Gigabyte's own thing. Lets you use voice commands to optimize performance, like tell it to prioritize the GPU for gaming or filter background noise on a call. It really shows how that line between software and hardware is blurring. Your device starts proactively optimizing itself.
That's pretty cool.
And we're seeing AI make huge strides in really complex stuff, too. Like Google's DeepThink model. It just earned a gold medal at the International Mathematical Olympiad. Solved 5 out of 6 problems using natural language. That's a serious step up for AI reasoning.
Wow. Okay. Let's wrap up with a look at handheld gaming, a pretty controversial public safety app, and then, yeah, a deep dive into some of the ideologies influencing certain tech billionaires. It's quite a mix.
It really is. And what's compelling, I think, is how these tech advancements force us to grapple not just with cost and features, but with these profound ethical and societal questions, too.
Wow.
Things that go way beyond the gadgets themselves.
For sure. So handheld gaming first, new devices coming, but wow, the price tags. The Lenovo Legion Go 2 leaked. OLED display, 32 gigs of RAM, terabyte SSD, bigger battery, expected in September for around $1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah. And the MSI Claw A8 is rumored to be nearly $1,200. That's a huge jump from the original Steam Deck, which started at like, what, $399?
Big difference. Why the jump?
Well, factors like tariffs on game systems and semiconductors are apparently playing a role. The advice seems to be, if you're thinking about buying one, maybe do it sooner rather than later. Prices might keep climbing.
Good to keep in mind.
Okay, shifting gears. A more serious note. New York City announced a partnership with this crime tracking app, Citizen.
Citizen. Formerly known as Vigilante, right? Had some controversy before.
That's the one. Mayor Eric Adams says NYC will send real-time public safety alerts through the app. And agencies like the NYPD get direct access to review public videos shared by users on the app.
Okay, that immediately rings alarm bells about privacy, doesn't it?
Right.
Private companies facilitating data sharing with law enforcement.
Yeah.
Makes you really think critically about the data you share, the platforms you use. I mean, this app was kicked off app stores originally for promoting vigilantism, and it's been criticized for, potentially fueling fear.
Users can opt out of direct video sharing with agencies, apparently, but, and this is key, all publicly posted videos are still viewable and downloadable by anyone.
So opting out doesn't make it private.
Right.
That's a crucial distinction.
Definitely. Okay, and finally, this is a really thought-provoking and maybe quite controversial topic. It's about certain tech billionaires and their political philosophies based on a recent article.
Right. This needs careful handling. We're reporting on the article's content here, not endorsing these views ourselves.
Absolutely. The source uses the term the Nerdreich to describe what it calls a cultish group of tech billionaires, mentioning figures like Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, Mark Andreessen. The article claims they want to replace democracy with a kind of corporate dictatorship.
And it connects this to movements like the Dark Enlightenment.
Yeah, which is this controversial anti-democratic philosophy. It advocates for more authoritarian governance, often led by a tech elite. The article mentions Curtis Yarvin, described as Peter Thiel's house philosopher, who reportedly wants states broken into patchworks run by totalitarian corporations with total surveillance. The source also says Balaji Srinivasan tried to rebrand these ideas as the network state because of Yarvin's, quote, genocidal language.
The article's critique is pretty sharp then.
Very. It calls the ideas simplistic, a Dunning-Kruger approach, where people overestimate their abilities, suggesting a lack of understanding of real-world governance, democratic consent. It points out the irony of using someone like FDR's crisis powers as a model, saying these billionaires seem to want that power to dismantle social safety nets, not build them.
And the motivation, according to the article.
It suggests this mindset where, immense wealth is seen as equating to wisdom, a desire to just disrupt everything, including liberal democracy. The article links this to the war on DEI, anti-affirmative action stuff, even raises concerns about leaked data, like the Mamdani College application being used for political targeting.
Wow.
It also tackles that San Francisco is a ghost town narrative, argues the downtown emptiness is more about remote work, a tech disruption itself than homelessness, calling the conflation a fabricated disinformation propaganda narrative. Even mentions crypto's role in the fentanyl trade.
So the core question the article seems to pose is whether tech and democracy are fundamentally at odds. And can the private sector, driven by profit, really solve societal problems without making inequality worse?
Pretty much.
This analysis from the source, it really forces us to think about the ethical responsibilities that come with tech leadership and how these ideologies could shape society way beyond just the products they make. It's a challenge to critically examine where power lies and, what's driving it.
Yeah.
Though on a more positive note, the reporter in the source does mention how technology, like podcasts and YouTube, allows them to reach people directly. So it shows that positive side of tech for distributing information too, kind of a counterpoint.
Right, it's not all negative. So what does this all mean for you, the listener? Well, the article suggests addressing these big challenges might need, quote, millions of people in the street on a regular basis and a political movement demanding leaders address billionaire influence, looking to non-billionaires to, quote, save this country. Heavy stuff.
It is.
Phew, what a deep dive that was. We've gone from flight delays and tech scams right through to the future of iPhones and AI and ended up dissecting some really fundamental ideologies shaping our digital world.
It really does underline just how fast everything is changing in tech, doesn't it? And how vital it is for all of us to stay informed and really critically evaluate the information, the tools, the platforms we use every single day.
Definitely. So as you go about your week, maybe keep an eye out for those subtle tech shifts around you. And perhaps take a moment to think about how the next big thing isn't just a gadget. It's maybe a reflection of the values being coded into our future.